Okay, so as I indicated in my email, it's time that we go to a online version of our class since we seem to be running into a steady series of snowstorms. So the first thing I want to do is highlight some changes I've made to the syllabus, and the changes really to accommodate the snowstorms that we've had. So I've cut out one of the quizzes. So rather than having 6 quizzes, we'll have 5. The first one being online tonight, and then rather than having 5 presentations, I may cut that back to 4. I haven't quite decided on that yet, but in any case, the first presentation will actually be due next time we meet, which is the unfortunately is not until the 23rd. But in any case, that's our next presentation, and that will basically be for you and your team to articulate the project they're working on, which has been reviewed and approved by me and the and your team members. Okay, so the rest of this, the grading criteria remains the same. So as you can see here, I've made note on our syllabus that we've lost 2 weeks due to snow. So this particular week, we're going to really focus in on Chapter 2, which is on data collection and on creating a survey and how to create a valid sample and then collect the data and analyze the data and the like. And so then you can kind of follow through the schedule for the rest of the semester. And as I mentioned in my email, we will not cancel any other classes. If we have inclement weather or any other reason that we missed a class, then it'll be recorded and we'll just have to go online. So at this point, we're really we're in catch-up mode, but we'll do the best we can, and we'll deal with the cards that were dealt to us. So, okay, so in terms of the final team project, which ultimately is due on the last day of classes, which I think is around April 13th, thereabouts. Basically, what I want is every team to send me a couple of ideas that they have for a potential topic/survey. And I'd like that by next Monday, the 16th, even though I know we don't have class on the 16th. I want you to email that to me, and I'll give you feedback on it, and I will choose one of your topics and assign that to your team. So what I want are the topics that interest your team, who the key stakeholder or stakeholders are, why it's significant to the stakeholder that you have targeted, and then the population, targeted samples, and how you're going to collect the data. So after we've gone through the week 2 slides, I think if any of this is ambiguous to you, it'll become clearer. And if it's not clear after tonight, then by all means, email me or call me or stop by my office, and I'm happy to talk to you about it. So the game plan would be that you send me your team's ideas on the 16th. I'll give you feedback within a day or two, and then when we have our next class, which is on the 23rd, you come in with your project topic, who the stakeholders are, the first draft of your questions for your survey, and then how you're going to collect the data, and a few other things that we'll talk about. Okay. And then each week, I'd like an update from the teams as to how things are progressing. The goal is that by the 23rd of March, you'll have collected all of the data that you need. And then by the 2nd of April, you'll have analyzed the data using the tools that we're going to talk about throughout the semester. And then you'll have a final poster and presentation the last night of classes. And I'll give you more details on the poster. So I've listed some topics down here that you might want to think about. Legalization of marijuana. Does the Boston campus need a fitness center? Has the flu shot been effective for those who've taken it and versus those who have not, and so forth. So, I mean, these are ideas I throw out there, but by all means, I'd like it to be something that your team is interested in, and but also something that you can get your hands around and complete. So, while you might be interested in larger issues than I've listed here, we really have to think about how do we get the survey completed and analyzed and reported on. And that, so I would caution you on being too ambitious about this, since we only have about 8 weeks left in the course. Okay, so so once you have that in play, and you can send me a couple of ideas, I'll approve one of the projects that you've submitted to me. And if you don't submit something to me, then I'll assign one to you. But I expect every team to submit an idea. Okay, so then so the next step here is we're going to jump into chapter 2 and talk about data collection, surveys, sample sizes, and so forth.